today we are going to do percentages, and I'm going to go through the easiest way to do this. Now, in our school, we've been taught totally different. So I will be teaching you a total different method from school. So what we have here is 10% of 50. Now, off stands for times. Okay, so this is a very easy rule. I'm going to start as usual with an easy question, and then we're going to get it harder. So we got 50 times 10. Now we don't need to do this as column method because we know what 50 times 10 is, because we know the rule. All we do is 50 and we add the 0. Okay, because there's 1 0, so we add the 0. Now the rule in this is we do unit, 10, decimal. Okay, that's the only main rule that you have to remember. So the digits that you have, you times them, and then you do unit, 10, decimal. So your answer for this one should be £5. Okay, so we all know how to do the 10% because we add the 0. All right, so it's 180. 1,800, so you got unit, 10, and decimal, so the answer will be 18. So if we move on to, say, example, let's do a little bit harder. So let's have a look at this one, number 10. So we have 65% of 500. Okay, 65% of 500. So what we're going to do is 65. Now, there's one thing after I finish doing this, I'm just going to tell you something. So we've got 5 times 0, 0, 0, and 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we know that this is not 6, it's 60. So this is a 0 here. Anything you times 0 will be 0. Then we got 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 again is 0. And then we have 30. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add it up. So we've got 0, 0, 5, 2, 3. All right, now we do unit, 10. So that looks like a 4, doesn't it? But it's a unit, 10, decimal. All right, so your answer is 325, because we don't need to do .00. So 325. Now you could have done 65 times by 5. $32. So the answer is 325. But the reason why I like doing it with the whole digit and then remembering unit 10, because sometimes it gets really harder and we need to put the decimal in between, and it's easily to be forgotten, especially when you got the pressure for the timing in your test. You will forget it very easy. So that's why it's best if you just time these digits as there is and just remember unit, 10, decimal, and that's it. You got your answer. Easy as that. Okay, so I'm going to go through 2 more questions and then we will see how we get there. So we got 5% of 16. So again, do 16 times 5. Okay, so we've got 5 times 6 is 30. All right, 1 times 5 is 5 plus 3 is 80. Now, if you same again, you need to remember the rules. This is what I meant. So you got your unit, 10, decimal. Okay, so in front of here, we're going to put a 0. So we have 0.80. Okay, 0.80. So it's very important to remember all you're doing. So this off stands for times. You're doing 16 times 5, and then you're remembering unit, 10, decimal. All right, we're going to go through the last one. I'm just going to go through a little bit harder. So we've got 8,600. And we're going to times that with 35. Now, remember, I could do 86 times 35, but because when it gets to some questions like these, or it gets a little bit harder, most of the students forget. Okay, so that's why I just like sticking to the rule. It looks a little bit longer, but trust me, it's just more easier. So we got 5 times 0, 0, 0 times 5 is 0. And then we got 6 times 5, it's 30. I'm going to bring the 3 there. 40 and plus the 3, which is 43. Okay, and then we have 0 because this is not 3, it's 30. Okay, so anything you times 0 will be 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 again is 0. 3 times 6, which is 18. We put the 1. 6 times 8 plus 1 is 25. And we're going to add them up. Oops. And we'll add that up. So we've got 0, 0, 0. Okay. 11, 10, 3. Okay. Again, unit 10 decimal. All right. So the answer for this one is 3010. Okay, so the answer for this one is 3010. All right, so that's the key point. So we get rid of the off and we use times. So we do times these two and we remember unit 10 decimal, and that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, please leave a comment and tell me if you found this easier. And I'm going to make another video that is going to relate to word problems and percentages. Okay, see you till next time.